Everyone is always searching for the perfect balance of quality and affordability in today's suppressor market. But the real question is, can those chasing it achieve it? Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Smiley. Welcome back to the Redhead Division. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. Today, we're going to be reviewing something that I've had for quite a while now, and I've just been doing all the data gathering I can to give you guys the best. So without further ado, we have the Stacys Mom K from Resilient Suppressors. First and foremost, shout out to Resilient Suppressors. Thank you guys so much for sending this out to us for review. I was simply caught off guard when I got it. I've been following them for a while, and I had loved watching their products and seeing what everybody was talking about, and now I have the opportunity to review it. So thank you guys so much. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So off the intro, you guys realize, like, this is something that a lot of people worry about, right? They want a suppressor, they want to get into the market, but you know, cost is a thing. Some people don't have all the money in the world to buy some of the nicest suppressors on the market or the more expensive ones. I think the Stacys Mom K did a very, very good job at being a quality suppressor for the cost, and that's what we're gonna talk about. But before we dive all the way in, you guys know what I'm gonna do here. Yes, I do think this is a can you guys should consider purchasing. It does everything very, very well. I wanna give you guys perspective. It does everything well. This is going to become our new baseline in suppressor testing, and we'll talk more about it. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So, Stacys Mom K. Let's talk about everybody's number one priority for the most part in sound. Suppressing 556 is a pretty difficult thing to do. We've tested suppressors on this channel that aren't really good at it and have a lot of downside to making that round sound comfortable, right? We can chase decibels all we want, but we all know how that ends up. It's really a determination game there because of variables, so on and so forth. So on this channel, we pretty much just look for a pleasant shooting experience. And I gotta say, shooting this was very, very pleasant. There wasn't a lot of sound issues we had at all. We didn't think the can sounded like bad. It sounded really good. The pitch and the tone were very comfortable. When you look at a decibel chart, you see 140 decibels being the loudest non-gunshot sound you can compare it to. If fireworks are going off and I was setting this off, you wouldn't hear it whatsoever at all. So I definitely would say it's under 140 decibels, but it was very pleasant to shoot. No major issues there on everything from the 10.5 up to the 14.5, which you guys see this on now. So definitely kind of checked the box there, did a very good job at making it sound good. In my opinion, suppressors inherently should sound good. If you are reviewing or testing a suppressor and it's loud, you've already kind of taken a jump off the deep end, and I don't think your focus is where it should be initially. That's kind of just my priorities. When I'm testing suppressors, they need to sound good. That's the number one. Moving on from sound is going to be gas, right? That's one thing a lot of people that have been shooting suppressors realize is suppressors are gassy. You get a lot of gas to the face. So how did the Stacys Mom K handle the gas? Really, really good. They actually made this to where you can change the end cap, right? At the rear, you can purchase end caps, and the end caps come in fully closed, medium, and then fully vented or fully open. And that will adjust the amount of gas you get, right? It allows you to tune, for a lack of better terms, how much gas you're receiving as the shooter. And that's really, really cool because for some people don't care about gas. Some people are gonna slap this on a gun and they're gonna use it for precision shooting or, you know, CQB, and gas is not an issue for them for whatever reason. They just may not find it an issue. But some people like myself don't like getting gassed out when I'm shooting. Previous suppressors that I've tested haven't had that feature, And when you're shooting them, it is extremely uncomfortable. You have gas escaping up onto your glasses, so your eyes are watering. On the drive home, it's hard to breathe because you've inhaled so much of it. So that's not fun at all. And I did notice that when you changed the end caps, that the gas got less, it became less of an issue. Not that I noticed it in the beginning. With the fully closed one, I didn't think it was a major issue whatsoever. It's there, right? But it wasn't something where I had to stop shooting and be like, let me gather myself. Nope, it was like, okay, I see the gas there. But as I went from fully closed to the medium, I said, okay, a lot less gas. And then to open, you can see and even hear and feel more of the gas going out the front. So I think they did really good with gas here. And I think the end caps is a game changer, and it makes it more competitive to some of those others in its bracket on the market that you can't change the end cap for. So they did really good with gas. And it is one of the key features in this can. Moving down, the weight wasn't noticeable. I want to say it's about 11.8 ounces, so not a super heavy can. It is 17.4 stainless. They use laser welds to put the can together. No issues there. Pretty typical for certain cans like this. With it being 17.4, right, durability is kind of the next thing there. You want your cans to be durable. A lot of people have an issue with titanium cans because the durability is in question. Nobody ever has that with stainless. What they want you to know, resilient suppressors, is not to exceed 1,000 degrees, which I think is an easy ask. When they're marketing this and when you're looking at why you want to buy this, you know, it's optimized on barrel lengths from 10.3 to 12.5. That's where it's optimized at. I have it here on a 14.5, right? Little extra barrel, didn't hurt nobody.
Yeah, that's poor.
And I thought it ran well on the 14.5. I mean, I really enjoyed it on here, but it did really good on my 12.5, which is considered over gas because my gas port is larger. And I didn't notice it on there either. It wasn't something, like, again, that disturbed my shooting experience whatsoever. So keeping that in mind, that's something that you guys need to know. Now, with it being stainless, a lot of people are going to look at this and say, I found my next FRT suppressor. No. All right. Don't do that. It can handle some increased rates of fire, but it is not something you should slap on a belt for it or take an FRT to and try and burn it down, because it does have its limitations like every metal out there. So you don't want to do that. When it's advertised, right, think of CQB application, urban environment. That's where you want to use this at. It does really well on SBRs and pistols, and you guys need to know that. So that's where you kind of want to aim when you're purchasing this. Now, overall, when you're buying this can, right, or you're considering buying the can, it does everything well, right? Who should be buying this can? Anybody, right? If you're new to suppressors and you're looking at that Surefire RC2 and you're like, dang, I really want it. Think of the limitations that you may have with that. Think of the cost. Think about why you would purchase that in comparison to something like this. It is hub compatible and it has wrench flats. You guys know in my book, when I'm testing suppressors, that's a minimum. You have to have those things because as someone who shoots suppressors a lot, you have things that happen like you shoot it and the carbon locks and it gets stuck to there, and you want to have a way to get it off without shooting it off.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Right? If you know, you know there. So the wrench flats are an easy give, and then it being hub compatible, allowing it to kind of go with all of the mounts on the market, that's an easy one there. When I'm looking at buying this, right, or who I'm talking to primarily are the new people that want that, right? The RC2 is a great can. Nobody's going to crap on its legacy, but I definitely think this is a better buy for me if I'm putting my money towards something, right? Put my money towards this and buy more ammo so I can shoot it more and have more fun and train harder with this. Now, costs. How can you get one of these, right? So right around the cost of, or right around, 550 Costco Glizzies, you can go ahead and get one of these. The end caps, they don't come with all three end caps, sadly, right? Now, by design, that makes sense. Not everybody's gonna wanna tune the suppressor to their platform. So the end caps, you can get it for right about 65 packs of Skittles, right? Which is easy if you wanna tune it. Because if you're tuning it, you're someone that's already in that community and you're someone that's already been tuning rifles, so it makes sense there. All in all, I will say we have found the new baseline when it comes to us testing suppressors. I think this suppressor did a phenomenal job at all of the things that you would go through and check a box off. On flash suppression, I did take it out. I think it performed well for those of you guys that care about that stuff there. So all in all, I think this is a very, very good platform. I think the cost is very, very affordable. Right around Black Friday, you can find it for right about 400 Costco glizzies. And that's a really good price considering that there's no longer a tax stamp purchase that you guys have to pay for there. So definitely check Resilient Suppressors out. The Stacys Mom K is something you will continuously see on our channel as we continue to test suppressors. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Please, if you have not done so already, and you made it this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, talk to us in the comment section. Let us know what you guys think. Let's have a conversation, and until next time, you guys have a good one.